Hello, everyone. We're the Justice Miners team, and here we present our solution to the data mining, processing, and enrichment pillar of the AIMS Hackathon. My name is Sofia Prada, and his is Federico Melo, and along with our team, David Cook and Santiago Martinez and Lina Maria Gomez, we tried to help solve the problem that government agents and policymakers still face significant challenges in automatically collecting modern slavery statements, fully comprehending them, and by this we mean processing and analyzing their visual elements, and finally performing transparency checks. Overcoming these limitations is important because this reduces the ability to efficiently assess the validity, truthfulness, and completeness of the reports, and this undermines the regulatory oversight that is meant to happen with the acts.
So for the first pillar, which is on dashboards and knowledge repositories, the first thing we were able to do was collect all the modern slavery statements. So we automatically navigated the government repositories, or we automatically used the APIs that they have to import the information and uniformly structure information per company and per statement. With that information on our hands, we built comprehensive company profiles, which are also enriched with external open source datasets, such as those listed in the slide.
This matters for governments and regulatory entities because we now have a comparable, national, and readily available repository that shows us information in industry level and revenue level. We know theoretically which industries are more risk prone to have modern slavery. So now we have the data to compare theory with practice. This repository also allows us to check for temporal consistency in the publication of the reports per company. And this just gives us a segue to an easier regulation. With this information, we were able to build some dashboards that can help us answer some questions, such as company count, how many companies are by industry sector in each country, or just some geographical or temporal questions, such as the start year and the end year of the publication of each statement.
Now, we also made some work in knowing whether a statement is visible or not, that we're able to automatically find each company's website and navigate through it, rating the difficulty of how many clicks a user would have to make to find this statement.
Having the statement readily available in the website is important because it gives us an insight into a company's level of commitment to the act, and it also gives us an insight into the level of exposure that the statement has to other stakeholders. This also helps us to make comparisons with other readily available information in the website, and this all leads to a greater transparency.
Now, regarding the second pillar of processing and enriching the data, what we're able to do is completely parse the whole content of each of the modern slavery statements. So we have a multi-prompt pipeline that uses open source LLMs, and we have deterministic logic connecting multiple model outputs. So we have specialized prompts that worry about each different task, which can be maintained and improved separately, and they are designed to work with very low context open source large language models. Here we have an example of parsing a table where we basically have this unstructured data on the side in French, and we're able to properly parse it as Markdown. Now, additionally, we have the signature recognition feature in which we can determine whether a statement is signed or not. And most importantly, we can collect the relevant signature metadata, such as the holder, the position within the company, and the date when it was signed.
We know that the approval by the board and presidency is a must in each statement, as it represents the view of the organization, the presence of the signature. We want to make sure that the decision to draw away from modern slavery is made from the top and that it can reach every level of the chain production.
And we're able to gather all that content that we parsed and structured in the order of the original document. So as a conclusion, we're able to collect all the statements automatically, build enriched company profiles with comprehensive information, determine whether a statement is available in the company website, and we're able to completely parse each statement, including text, tables, infographic, and signatures.
This is relevant for government entities because we provide new information to draw paths to new conclusions. For example, the availability of the signatures. And we also have a user-centered design because the information is very well organized in a clear manner. So thank you so much for your attention and for your consideration.